This week in the shop, we've got a 2021 Porsche Taycan 4S. With less than 170 miles on the clock, we will be installing a K40 Platinum 100 radar detector, along with a BlendMount and a Blackvue DR750X-2CH Plus, which is a front and rear dash camera. It's not uncommon for us to work on electric vehicles. We just had an Audi e-tron in the shop a couple weeks ago and a Tesla Model S. Dash cameras and radar detectors are by far the most common accessories we install in electric vehicles. Although this is a fully electric vehicle, like most electric cars, there's still a traditional 12-volt operating system. Using a test probe connected to the 12-volt battery, John went searching for what can often be very elusive in European vehicles: a switched ignition power source. He located a 12-volt outlet in the center console that was powered only with ignition. Next up, he read through the owner's manual to find out where it was fused. Turned out it was in the passenger kick panel. Lucky for him, there were additional unused slots for accessories with both constant and ignition power. After grounding the accessories, he went ahead and used 2 out-of-circuit fuse taps to safely supply power to each device. With both devices operating properly, it was time to finish routing wiring discreetly behind the vehicle paneling. We used tested interior tape with some black braided loom to finish the exposed wiring. This is a really quick and simple method to give any aftermarket accessory a clean and professional finish. After mounting the cameras, it was time to clean up any fingerprints and smudges.
Starting normal recording.
Once John completed the Blackvue dash camera installation, he called me over to go through the various app settings. I always like to go through and set basic settings for the client, including park mode functionality, making sure it's set to motion and impact. The default is time-lapse. I turn on lock event files, which means it will save the last 50 events in a separate partition before overriding those clips with new events. I also make sure to switch kilometers per hour to miles per hour, make sure the clock is set, and this is when we check the viewing angle of the cameras.
Lock event files. Overwrite by full. I think that's everything. Did you already look at the camera orientation?
Let's give it a shot.
Oh, well, let me save these settings first. It's gonna reboot.
Settings have been changed.
So let me go to live view. So that's our front view.
Excellent.
There.
Perfect.
What am I looking at?
You're looking at the garage door.
No, all this. That's too high.
Oh, okay.
You want me to lower it?
Yeah. You're going the wrong way.
Oh,
Yeah, so you were seeing the woofer.
okay, that's what I was doing with the grill.
Yeah.
How does that
Go a
look?
little bit more. Right there.
Is it upside down?
Oh, is that what I'm seeing wrong? That's hard to tell. Go stand behind it.
Rotate 180.
Yep.
I think you can rotate it in the
Yeah,
settings.
of course. It's gonna save it.
Yeah, it's gotta rotate again.
That's it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed watching this and you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to our channel. We do weekly videos on installs at our shop, product reviews, and car stereo installation tips and tricks. And I promise one of these days I will get John to say more than just a few words. Lastly, if you like what you saw, remember to hit that like button. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.